This morning. Since then, the coverage has been a little bit lower, and it's also been a lot less intense. We currently don't have any severe weather. The threat for severe storms early this afternoon, that's going to stay very low. So about noon today, we're still going to have some scattered showers, possibly a few thunderstorms, but the coverage is going to stay fairly low. Now, late this afternoon, we're still going to at least have some widely scattered showers and storms, and then this evening, we're still looking at a low coverage of storms over the Metroplex, but out to the west, now we've got that next line of rain and storms developing, and that is where we could see some of those stronger storms. We're going to stop the clock at midnight tonight. We've got the storms lining up from just west of Abilene towards Graham, all the way towards Decatur and Gainesville, and some of these storms will have the potential of becoming severe. Eventually overnight tonight, these storms will weaken and they will move off to the east. So about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, really from Sherman down to McKinney, down to
Hey y'all, it's time for a YALLcast. Right now in Spokane, we've got some light rain falling with temperatures hovering around 44 degrees and gentle east-southeast winds at about 3 miles per hour. No weather alerts to worry about at the moment, so that's good news. Today, expect the rain to stick around until early afternoon. We'll reach a high near 62 degrees before drying out, and skies will clear up nicely tonight, dropping down to about 39 degrees. Tomorrow looks partly sunny but breezier, with gusts hitting up to 20 miles per hour and highs around 59. Heads up, there's a chance for showers returning late Sunday night into Monday. Looking ahead, we're warming up nicely by midweek, with sunny skies and temps climbing to around 70 degrees by Thursday. Perfect weather to enjoy Spokane outdoors. Remember, if you'd like your own personalized YALLcast, you can always drop a request through Super Chat. Stay dry, stay warm, and have a fantastic weekend, y'all. We continue to monitor a serious winter storm warning impacting the northern mountains and Johnson and Bartlett mesas, including Raton Pass. This warning will remain in effect for the next 12 hours and 36 minutes. Heavy snow is expected, with accumulations ranging from 5 to 10 inches and possibly up to 1 foot over the peaks. Winds could gust up to 35 miles per hour, creating potentially hazardous travel conditions. Those traveling through mountain passes should be prepared for difficult conditions, and tire chains may be necessary. The weight of the heavy, wet snow could also cause power outages, so stay prepared with extra supplies. If you must travel, make sure to have an emergency kit in your vehicle, including a flashlight, food, and water. For the latest on road conditions, you can dial 511 or visit nmroads.com. Stay safe and stay informed.
Yeah, very
as we keep you updated on this.
Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. That was from this morning. Cloudy. Those clouds actually helped tonight. And I'll tell you what, those temps stayed warm and then some, as it is a very, very warm day, not just there in D.C., but across much of the mid-Atlantic and here across the Northeast as well. It's nice. It's actually feeling like spring out there after weeks of weather whiplash, bouncing between winter-like chill and brief teases of spring. Folks here in the Northeast likely appreciating some of the numbers that you see just to the left of me. Wow, 70s in New York, Atlantic City, Scranton, as you get down towards Richmond and Roanoke.
Hey, boy. Meet your new main squeeze, Lee Kum Kee Honey Sriracha. The perfect balance of sweet and heat. Made for drizzling, dipping, and devouring. Be spicy with Lee Kum Kee Honey Sriracha.
So much above where they were 24 hours ago. Expecting a high here in New York of 83. And yeah, those temperatures start to back off a bit as a cold front sags further south. So tomorrow in New York, it'll be 66, and we'll keep those temps in the 60s and 70s across the New England area. In the mid-Atlantic, temperatures, though, stay in the 80s. Raleigh getting really close to 90 degrees. So if you have big Easter Sunday plans, make sure that you're not just dressed in your best pastels, but hopefully those pastels are light and loose-fitting, because you get real close to 90 and that's when it becomes a little uncomfortable. This could potentially be
all right, folks, here's the latest on our severe weather outlook. We're looking at an enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms today across parts of southwest and central Texas. So if you're in areas like San Angelo, Midland, or even stretching out towards Austin, keep your eyes on the sky. This afternoon and evening, scattered severe storms are set to fire up from Texas all the way into southern Missouri. These storms could bring large to very large hail, damaging winds, and yes, even a few tornadoes can't be ruled out. Let's break it down regionally.
After dark, though.
Over in the southern plains
So
to the
stay tuned
Ozarks,
for that.
a cold front is moving slowly but surely through Texas, bringing with it some morning showers across Oklahoma and Arkansas. As the day heats up, that front is expected to stall, but that won't stop the storms. By mid-afternoon,
warm air. Eventually the warm air will win out. It'll just take a while. Hey, listen, stick around. More Fox weather.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself, of course I'm going to say that's a great idea. But first, let's talk about the things they don't tell you.
It is a big event. I would love to be out here for
particularly
it,
in southwest
but
Texas.
it's really going to depend on
As
whether
we
or
move
not
into
I am
the
able to get
evening,
it funded.
the storm
So
mode might get a
anything
bit
helps.
messier with thunderstorms merging and interacting, but the threat of large hail and damaging winds will
Those who've
stick
already
around.
contributed,
There's
I
also a
think
chance
it's
for a few
pretty
tornadoes
good.
this
Okay.
evening if any of those storms can stay surface-based.
I never understand
Further
these
north,
really
from
weird,
the
unusual
mid-Mississippi and
road
Ohio
networks out
valleys
here that
up
is
into the
weird,
northeast, a different
diagonals
cold
that
front
don't
is
seem to make
stirring
a
up
whole lot of
showers
sense, and they
and
crisscross
thunderstorms.
back and forth across
As the
each
day
other.
progresses and
Oh.
temperatures rise,
We just
we
moved
expect
into
these
the first
storms
sector.
to become more
All my
organized.
windows just fogged up
Strong winds are
instantly.
the main concern here, especially across the upper Ohio Valley and into the northeast, including parts of southern New York. So whether you're in Texas or further north, make sure you're prepared and stay weather aware today. We'll continue to keep you updated as the situation evolves.
Hey-o. All right, yeah. Let's get back on satellite to see where we're headed.
Here's a live traffic camera in I-25 MP 066.55
A lot of this
SP,
humidity that
which
we're
is
seeing
under
here
a
is
winter
from
storm
the
warning.
evaporation of stuff that's down on the ground. We're sitting just to the south of a like a stationary front, cold front. Satellite imagery is not loading in fast enough. No cap. Is that the triple point, Nate?
Here's a quick update on the ongoing weather situation. A freeze warning is in effect for the eastern Uinta Basin, including cities like Vernal and Jensen. Expect temperatures to drop as low as 24 degrees, which could harm crops and unprotected plumbing. This warning will expire in 21 hours and 30 minutes, so take precautions now.
Can you give me a rough idea of where that's located, though? Because that looks like that might be several hours south of me. I don't know why I want to duck that far. Can you give me a rough idea of what town that is? Right now I'm up here in Abilene.
One mile south of Cedillo, New Mexico, in Bernalillo County, about 4 minutes ago. We're seeing a moderate snowfall
I'm joined
accumulation
now by
according to the National Weather
Storm
Service.
Chaser Nate Allman. That's who I'm talking to. Okay. He's been helping out with the forecasting, and he identified an area of interest off to my, appears to be my southwest, that looks like it could spawn something here pretty soon. All right. Yeah, my instinct feels pretty good. I don't know, dude. I'm looking up at all these clouds above me. This is very milky right now. Feels a lot like that yesterday. Cape right now is 3,000 kilograms per kg. Cape here is extremely high. So, like, we are basically sitting on a pool of tornado food right now.
All right, folks, let's dive into the latest
Very,
Day 3
very high
outlook
Cape right
from the
now.
SPC, focusing on the weather
It's
expected
over
this
3,000.
Monday. The good news is that the severe thunderstorm potential is looking pretty low across the board. First up, let's talk about the Ohio Valley.
Like, we gonna
We've
see
got an
anything?
upper
We're gonna see
shortwave
it here.
trough moving across the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. This means we'll see some enhanced winds in the upper
Upstate New York, right off of Lake Superior. So it's been interesting. The atmosphere has been able to support severe weather that far north, and that goes to show you that the dynamics at play are strong enough in that part of the country to support the potential for nasty weather. Speaking of nasty weather, let's get you back down into Texas, where you see that 3 out of 5 threat. That's where we anticipate the highest threat for big hail makers. And we've already seen some storms push through the Lone Star State already today, and that's not it. Some towns going to get kind of a twofer today. The first round coming early in the day.
main upper level support is moving away, so we won't have much large-scale lift to work.
Second round will likely pack the biggest punch. Sonora to Abilene, those spots have that highest damaging hail threat threshold. It's a 3 out of 5. And yeah, Sonora, Abilene, those areas could see egg-sized hail, maybe even lime-sized hail. And the irony of egg-sized hail, a possibility, and in the forecast the day before Easter, certainly not lost on me, but in all seriousness, that is dangerous stuff. So make sure you and your family know that the risk is there, and maybe try to stay off the roadways. And speaking of cars, have your car in a garage or a car porch, because my goodness, can egg-sized hail do some serious damage. There's also a tornado threat, but for today, the tornado threat takes a backseat to that hail threat. The tornado threat goes up heading into the day tomorrow, but let's continue to focus on the rest of our Saturday as we go through now and into midnight. We'll pick this up, and you'll notice not much happening until you really see that line, that very nasty looking line of storms, that big almost comma shape of red from Lubbock down to San Angelo, and that will likely be where we find those big hailers that develop as we go into the second portion of our day here through the day Saturday. Now for Sunday, a lot of the severe weather threat shifts further north. Sunday morning in Arkansas and Missouri, there will be some showers around, but nothing major happening in terms of severe weather until we get into the second half of the day. And focusing in a little more on Dallas, a heads up, there is yet another round of storms that could be impacting you right around the dinner time hour and overnight. Here we go again. So it is active in the Lone Star State today. The good news is, though, you get a bit of a breather heading into Easter Sunday. As we mentioned, we're kicking off National Park Week on Fox Weather. The celebration highlights the beauty and importance of preserving our nation's most charming parks. Fox Weather correspondent Robert Ray takes us to the Trail of Arches National Park in Utah to share the breathtaking views.
That's really, I think, where our big show is going to get started. So we're in a good spot right here. Been just a little bit further south to be out here to intercept it, but we're in a good place.
Hey y'all, see those blue circles on the map? They show earthquakes that have happened in the past 24 hours. The most recent earthquake was 8 minutes ago, and it was located 43 kilometers west-northwest of Anchor Point, Alaska. Remember, the bigger circles mean stronger earthquakes, so keep an eye out for those. The current weather intensity score is 3.9, indicating
That's
exceptional.
gonna stay very low. So about noon today, we're still going to have some scattered showers, possibly a few thunderstorms.
Yeah, it's peeling off.
The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Columbiana County in east central Ohio, northeastern Allegheny County in southwestern Pennsylvania, southern Butler County in west central Pennsylvania, Beaver County in western Pennsylvania, and Hancock County in northern West Virginia until 2:15 p.m. EDT. At 1:34 p.m. EDT, a severe thunderstorm was located over East Liverpool, moving east at 70 miles per hour. This storm is capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Hail damage to vehicles is expected, along with wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations that may be affected include Cranberry, Butler, Franklin Park, East Liverpool, Aliquippa, Beaver Falls, Monaca, Wellsville, Harrison Township, Economy, Ambridge, Wexford, Homecker Lindora, New Brighton, Shanner, Northview, Beaver, Calcutta, Baden Meridian,
Winters, Texas.
Please seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. The National Weather Service has issued a flood advisory for a portion of Puerto Rico, including Guanica, Sabana Grande, and Yauco counties, in effect until 4:30 p.m. AST today. Expect urban and small stream flooding due to excessive rainfall. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. New small craft advisory issued for New small craft advisory issued for
Hey, Connie, nice to see you. Those of you who are just joining us, we are
Hey y'all,
dropping
I
south
tried
toward
to create
Winters,
a
Texas
Y'allcast
to
Christie, but ran into some
get out into the clear air a little bit more. We got
Let's
some
try again.
severe weather developing off to the west of us that we're going to be dropping south ever so slightly to intercept as it comes up over us. We got about an hour out to the severe weather as it starts to move over top of us here. We are expecting things are looking like they're actually ramping up pretty good here. Yeah, no, and that corner kid, don't let that discourage you. We think we got a good reason to believe that this is going to start ramping up pretty good here. So
we're still looking at a low coverage of storms
hang on to your
over
pants.
the Metroplex, but out to the west, now we've got that next line of rain and storms developing, and that is where we could see some of those stronger storms. We're going to stop the clock at midnight tonight. We've got the storms lining up from just west of Abilene towards
Here's a quick
Graham, all the
update
way
on the
towards
small craft
Decatur and
advisory.
Gainesville.
Thanks, Connie.
Some of these
Appreciate it.
storms will have the potential of becoming severe.
as well as
Eventually,
Alligator
overnight
River
tonight,
in North
these
Carolina.
storms will weaken and they will
Yeah,
move
we
off
got some
to
good looking
so
stuff
about
down
7
here.
o'clock
6 hours
tomorrow
and 20
morning.
minutes. Expect southwest winds of 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25
Yeah.
knots.
You guys are looking on. Heating down here in this environment to start things cooking up pretty good. So I think probably the plan from here is to
Let's check in
get
on
south.
severe
Once we're done getting
thunderstorm
south,
warning for parts
get
of
some
Ohio,
lunch, and by the time we're done with lunch,
West
things should
Virginia.
really start popping
This
off.
warning
So
is in effect
this is about the
until
time that I
2:15
solicit
p.m. Eastern
feedback from
Daylight
the
Time.
stream.
At
Folks, what are
1:34
we doing
p.m.,
for
a severe
today?
thunderstorm was located over East Liverpool, moving east at 70 miles per hour. The main hazards with this storm
Wrong
include
answers
wind
only.
gusts up to 60 miles per hour and quarter-size hail, both of which can cause significant damage.
If I'm down here in
Areas
Texas,
impacted
what
include Cranberry,
what is the
Butler,
what's
Franklin
something
Park,
what's
East
something that
Liverpool,
you can only get in
Aliquippa,
Texas?
Beaver Falls, and many others. If you're in these areas, please seek shelter
Tractor
inside
barrel.
a well-built structure and stay away from windows.
That is an
The
answer.
storm is moving
Isn't
quickly,
Tractor Barrel going
so
out
it's
of
essential
business?
to take
I
action
thought they're shut
immediately.
down now.
We'll continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as needed.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, Easter
Attention
tomorrow,
everyone.
huh?
We have a severe thunderstorm
Usually
warning
do
in
lamb
effect
sweet
for
tea.
parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. This warning is active for the next 35 minutes, so please stay alert. Areas impacted include southeastern Columbia
We usually
County
do
in
a
Ohio, northeastern Allegheny and southern Butler counties in Pennsylvania,
like
as well
lamb
as
chops
Beaver
or something
County
on
in Pennsylvania
Easter.
and Hancock County in West Virginia. This storm is moving east at a rapid speed of 70 miles per hour and is capable of producing wind gusts up to 60
Abilene known
miles
for
per
barbecue?
hour
I
and
feel like
hail
that
the
sounds
size of quarters.
right to me.
Be prepared for
Is that
possible
actually true,
damage
though?
to vehicles,
Is Abilene
roofs,
famous for
siding,
barbecue?
and trees. If you're in Cranberry, Butler, Franklin Park, East Liverpool, Aliquippa, or any of the other listed locations, please seek shelter inside a sturdy building and stay away from
I don't think we have those in Colorado.
Remember, this storm poses a significant threat with its high winds
Okay.
and potential for
These are all
large
good
hail.
suggestions. Yeah, barbecue is a safe answer. I'm trying to think. We don't really have anything in Colorado that's like a Colorado unique meal. I guess Rocky Mountain oysters, but not actual oysters. I think they call those prairie oysters out here.
Let's dive into the short-term weather forecast.
Oh no, I'm
We'll
from
be looking at some
Colorado. I'm
active
a
weather
Colorado-based
across
storm
various
chaser.
regions
I'm a little bit out of my
weekend
element down
and
here.
into Monday. Starting off, if you're in the central or southern Rockies, prepare for some moderate to heavy
Joe
snowfall
Allen.
today. This is thanks to an upper
Okay,
level low,
those are all good
and it
suggestions.
should wind down by Sunday morning.
Yeah, I feel like I
So,
missed that
if you're
opportunity
planning
the other
any
day when I
outdoor
was in
activities,
Arkansas.
Be mindful of
It's
potentially
like, man, I really
challenging
should have tried
traffic
some local
conditions.
food when I was down in Arkansas.
Now, over to the middle Mississippi Valley and the southern plains. We have a moderate risk of excessive rainfall today. This means heavy rain could lead to flash flooding, impacting streams and possibly larger rivers. It's crucial to stay alert for rising water levels and avoid flooded areas. Severe thunderstorms are also a concern
Oh,
in
you
the
see that
middle
cold
lower
front again?
Mississippi Valley.
See that shelf cloud over there? It's our outflow boundary.
It's 1:44 p.m. ET. The temperature at the Weather House is 85
I feel
degrees
like you should be able to get like
with a dew
real
point
good
of
Mexican
55
food down here in
degrees
Texas too,
The
right?
weather can change quickly. Stay tuned
I guess you can get
for
real good
real-time
Mexican food in
updates.
Colorado though too. Pretty much anywhere in the Southwest. Taco Casa.
Is making people healthy. We are giving AG1 some of the best immune support that you could possibly get.
Of the Metroplex later
It's
today.
all about
Satellite
quality.
and radar showing the showers and storms that we've had since earlier this morning. Since then, the coverage has been a little bit lower, and it's also been a lot less intense. We currently don't have any severe weather. The threat for severe storms early this afternoon, that's going to stay very low. So about noon today, we're still going to have some scattered showers, possibly a few thunderstorms, but the coverage is going to stay fairly low. Now, late this afternoon, we're still going to at least have some widely scattered showers and storms, and then this evening, we're still looking at a low coverage of storms over the Metroplex, but out to the west, now we've got that next line of rain and storms developing, and that is where we could see some of those stronger storms. We're going to stop the clock at midnight tonight. We've got the storms lining up from just west of Abilene towards Graham, all the way towards Decatur and Gainesville, and some of these storms will have the potential of becoming severe. Eventually overnight tonight, these storms will weaken and they will move off to the east. So about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, really from Sherman down to McKinney, Dallas, Waxahachie, Hillsborough, all the way towards Waco, we will have a line of showers, possibly some thunderstorms, but the severe threat will be extremely low. Those move off to the east very quickly, and then during the day on Sunday, Easter Sunday, it really looks dry. So for your Easter Sunday sunrise forecast, temperatures will be in the low 60s. We're still going to have some clouds around with a 40% coverage of rain and storms. By noon for any Easter egg hunts, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, a temperature of around 70 degrees. It's going to be a little breezy. And then by 3 o'clock, mostly sunny, temperatures in the mid-70s with a west wind between 15 to 25. So for today,
through the entire watershed, and that could lead to some issues with the Mississippi River cresting at major flood stage in Baton Rouge and points further south over the next week. And here goes the potential for even more rain to fall in the Mississippi watershed. I don't think this is going to be as impactful as that last round that we saw earlier this month. Having said that, more water, not a good thing. And there's that highest flash flood threat in yellow from Dallas to St. Louis.
Looks like we had a storm trying to fire off down by
If you notice those blue circle indicators on the map, those are earthquakes that have happened over the past 24 hours.
Things are really starting to take off now.
Looks like we've had 219 quakes across U.S. territories today.
Things are really starting to heat up down here now. We are really looking at a lot of really rapid development, really starting to take off in our area of interest. We're positioned really well for this right now, guys. Yeah, I'm using radar scope. I use radar scope and weather-wise. So, well, actually, I use radar scope for radar. I use radar Omega for satellite. Because usually when I'm out in the field, I actually find satellite to be probably most helpful for trying to spot storms when I can't identify them visually. Like what I'm seeing up ahead, right, is I'm trying to wait for all this the rest of this gunk up in front of me to clear out so I can actually visually identify storms. So while I'm waiting for all this stuff to clear out,
the most recently issued warning is a small craft advisory.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more of these cumulus clouds developing on satellite. So once I get past this clump of clouds up ahead here, we're going to actually start seeing that cumulus. Yeah, we're very much in the right place for this, guys, so I'm very excited for it. Thanks, by the way, everybody who's joined me and is watching me now. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I have a good feeling about this. I have a good feeling we're probably going to get us some nice looking storms today.
Let's check in on the severe thunderstorm warning for Pennsylvania. This warning remains in effect until 2:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, impacting northeastern Allegheny, southern Butler, and central Beaver counties. Currently, a severe thunderstorm is located over Rochester, near Monica, moving east at 70 miles per hour. The storm is producing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. These conditions can cause hail damage to vehicles and wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Areas such as Cranberry, Butler, Aliquippa, and Beaver Falls should be on high alert. If you are in the path of this storm, seek shelter inside a well-built structure and stay away from windows. Remember, this storm is capable of producing damaging winds and large hail. Stay safe and stay tuned for further updates.
Here we go, into the storm.
Here's a quick update
We're
on
gonna
the
punch
flood
on
warning
through.
over the Ohio River at Golconda, affecting areas in
We're gonna
Illinois,
break on through the other
Kentucky,
side,
and
even.
Indiana. The river is currently experiencing minor flooding and is expected to fall below flood stage in 55 hours. Please remain cautious near riverbanks.
Like actual soundings or like Sharpie simulated soundings? Looked at a simulated sounding for Abilene yesterday on the Zero C model run, and it threw us a PDS tour for Abilene. I'm skeptical about the PDS tour because it's pretty high base, but it definitely looked like
The
high
National
base
Weather
hailer
Service
from
has
hell.
issued a dust advisory for southeastern Luna County and southwestern Dona Ana County in New Mexico, effective until 12:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Expect less than 1 mile visibility with strong winds up to 40 miles per hour. Motorists should exercise caution, especially on Interstate 10 between mile markers 94 and 123. If driving, avoid blowing dust if possible.
Yeah,
Stay
we're headed
safe
for
out
San
there.
Angelo right now. Dropping south to get into this clear slot. We saw a development area that has some really good potential. There we go. We can see our clear slot right up ahead now.
Here's a live traffic camera in CO 115P0115.10 NV, which is under a winter storm warning.
Yeah, I'm getting slightly south of Abilene. Yeah, I think everybody saw that sounding yesterday for a PDS tour in Abilene, and it's kind of stacking up there. What I saw was just like a bunch of hail.
The National Weather Service
crazy out
has
here,
issued a
guys.
flood advisory for
I think we're
parts
about
of
to
Puerto
see something
Rico,
crazy.
including Guayanilla, Juana Diaz, Peñuelas, Ponce, and Santa Isabel until 5 p.m. AST. Expect minor flooding in low-lying areas due to heavy rainfall. Up to 2 inches of rain have already fallen, with an additional inch possible.
We're almost into our clear air. Boulder is such a great city name. All right, we're into
A new
Scola.
storm report just came in, bringing us news of hail 2 miles northwest of Wallville in
Buffalo
Butler
Gap.
County, Pennsylvania. This was reported just 3 minutes ago, with hailstones reaching nearly 1 inch in size. The information comes to us from emergency management.